Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 2010 Ferrari 599XX. Now this has 1,409 horsepower, 941 pounds-feet of torque from its 6.3 litre twin turbocharged V12 engine. It now has all-wheel drive and it now weighs 3,377 pounds. It can do 0 to 60 in 1.806 seconds and 0 to 100 in 3.678 seconds. So this is the fifth Ferrari that we've had on this series so far. The fastest Ferrari of which is the J50, which managed 275 miles an hour. But I'm hoping this can do even quicker than that, because obviously it's kind of a race car. It's got a hell of a lot of power, and it's also quite slippery in terms of its aerodynamics, especially since now I have reduced the downforce. So nonetheless, let's get out there and see what this car can do. So, hugely quick, as you can see. Obviously all-wheel drive is not something it had originally, and that's definitely going to help in terms of keeping the power down. So we've got nearly twice the power we had originally, and we had about 720 horsepower stop, which is quite a lot for a 2010 car, but still, as you can see, already doing 250, that's 260, 270, remember 275 was the previous fastest Ferrari, and there it is again. Can we get any more? Yes, there we go, 1 mile an hour faster. Can we get any more than that though? That's the ultimate question, but yeah. Still, this is now the fastest Ferrari we've had on the series so far, which in and of itself is impressive, especially given this is far older than the other Ferraris that we've had on this series so far. So yeah, it's holding 276, come on, there's still a few revs in there surely. At least it's able to handle the power and the speed, so that is also a good aspect of this car. So we're going to come to the downhill section now where we will gain speed. But it's all about whether or not we can hold it on a flat bit. So yeah, that's 277, 278, 279. Scrubbing some of that speed off, and we're going to hold. Yeah, we're holding 277. So yeah, there we go. Fastest Ferrari that we've had so far in this series by 2 miles an hour, which granted isn't the biggest gap in the world, but it's still, you know, plus, and even if it was 1 mile an hour, it would still count. So yeah, that means that we're the fastest Ferrari that we've had, but we're also being able to match the Mercedes-Benz AMG Hammer Coupe, as well as beat the BMW M8 Competition Coupe and the Hot Wheels Twin Mill. But we're 1 mile an hour behind the Lincoln Co 03 Plus that was in the previous episode, which that was a pretty phenomenal car, quite frankly, given it was never meant for going that kind of speed. But yeah, it is a little bit surprising that this Ferrari, with its track pedigree and its huge amount of power, is actually slower than the Lincoln Co, especially given that Lincoln Co has 53 horsepower less than we did with this Ferrari. Granted, it's got more in the way of torque. It's got 80 pounds-feet more in the way of torque, and it weighed about 350 pounds less. So I guess that in the end of the day is what made the difference, because this doesn't have the torquiest of engines, which is ultimately what can hold a car back. Especially given, even though it's quite lightweight in comparison to some cars, it's still quite a heavy car, which isn't helped by the fact that we couldn't actually lighten it by all that much. So a little bit of a shame that it couldn't be even faster, given it's got 1400 plus horsepower, but still quick enough. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Evolution version of this car can do, because I think that's got a little bit more in the way of power when upgraded, but it does have more in the way of downforce. It's got a massive rear spoiler, so be interested to see what that can do in the future. But you can get this car by getting 20 points in the festival playlist, as it wasn't in the game as standard. So get out there and get it. It's easy enough to get those 20 points, and it's well worth doing so, as you get a really rather fantastic Ferrari on your hands. So regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.